There's a mechanic in Osaka who refuses to work on most cars that come into his shop. Not because they're too damaged, because they're too far gone. And he says he can tell within 30 seconds of opening the hood. Not from the engine, not from the mileage, from the small things. The things the owner did or didn't do every single day for years. Because here's what he knows that most drivers never figure out. A Toyota almost never dies of old age. It gets killed, slowly, by its own owner. Think about that. Toyota builds the same car for Japan that they build for everyone else. Same factory, same parts, same engine. Yet in Japan, you'll find 30-year-old Corollas passing inspection like they rolled out of the showroom last week, while everywhere else the exact same car is in a scrapyard by year 15. The car isn't different, the owner is. And what Japanese owners do isn't complicated. It's not expensive. Most of it you could start doing tomorrow morning, but it's invisible. A quiet system of small decisions that nobody teaches you at the dealership because frankly, the dealership makes more money when you don't know. Today, that system gets exposed, piece by piece. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to look at any Toyota, including yours, and know exactly how long it's going to live. Number 1, the wash that isn't a wash. The first piece of the system hides in plain sight, and most viewers are going to laugh when they hear it. Japanese owners wash their cars constantly, by hand. Now hold on, before you skip ahead, because this is not about having a shiny car. That's what everyone gets wrong. Watch a Japanese owner wash their Toyota and you'll notice something strange. They're slow. They go panel by panel. They crouch at the wheel arches. They run a hand along the bottom of the doors. They look under the car while they rinse it. That's not cleaning, that's an inspection, disguised as a chore. Every wash, they're touching and seeing every inch of that car. So when a paint bubble forms, the first whisper of rust, they catch it the same week it appears. A damp spot under the engine, they spot the leak when it's a $10 gasket, not a $2,000 repair. Uneven tire wear, a cracked bumper clip, a hazy headlight, nothing gets to hide for months. Meanwhile, the average owner runs their car through an automatic wash a few times a year and never looks below the door handles. Rust doesn't kill their Toyota in one attack. It gets a 2-year head start because nobody was looking. And rust is the one disease a Toyota can't survive. Engines can be repaired, frames can't. Remember the Osaka mechanic who can judge a car in 30 seconds? This is what he's looking at, not the engine, the underside, because it tells him whether the owner ever really looked at their car. So piece 1 costs a bucket of water and 20 minutes a week. Your hands become the diagnostic tool. But the next piece of the system happens before the car even moves a single meter. And it's the one thing almost nobody outside Japan has ever been told to do. Number 2, the 30 seconds nobody taught you. If you rode along with a Japanese driver on a cold morning, you'd notice a strange pause. They get in, they start the engine, and then nothing. They adjust the mirror, check their phone, pick their route. 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Then they pull away, slowly, almost lazily. For the first few kilometers, they drive like there's an egg under the accelerator pedal. It looks like politeness. It's actually protection. Because here's what's happening inside that engine while it sits overnight. Gravity. Every hour the car is parked, oil is draining down, away from the parts that need it, collecting at the bottom of the engine. By morning, the pistons, the camshaft, the bearings, the most expensive metal in your car, are sitting up there nearly dry. Turn the key, and the oil pump starts pushing it all back up. But that takes time. And cold oil moves like honey out of a refrigerator. Slow, thick, reluctant. So those first moments after a cold start are the single most vulnerable window in your engine's entire day. Demand full power right then, flooring it out of the driveway, revving to overtake, and metal touches metal. You won't hear it. You won't feel it. There's no warning light for it, but do it every morning for 10 years. And you've done more damage in those daily 60 seconds than in all the hours of driving in between. Mechanics even have a saying, engines don't wear out by the kilometer. They wear out by the cold start. That pause isn't a habit, it's a truce. You don't ask the engine for anything until it's ready to give it. 30 seconds of patience. Gentle driving until the temperature needle reaches the middle. That's it. The next one, though, is where this gets uncomfortable, because it's about a decision most owners get talked out of by the very people they trust most. Number 3, the lifetime lie. Somewhere in your Toyota right now, there's a fluid your dealership calls lifetime fill. Transmission fluid, sealed in at the factory. Never needs changing, they say. Japanese owners have a different translation for lifetime fill. It means this fluid lasts the lifetime of the fluid, and when it dies, so does your transmission. Think about what that fluid actually does. Every time you accelerate, every gear change, every crawl through traffic, it's lubricating, cooling, and transmitting force through some of the most precise machinery in your entire car. It runs hot, it picks up microscopic clutch material, it degrades, slowly, invisibly, every single day. And an automatic transmission is usually the second most expensive thing bolted to your Toyota. When it fails, plenty of owners don't fix the car. They bury it. So in Japan, transmission fluid gets changed, typically every 60 to 80,000 kilometers. Not because a warning light asked for it, there is no warning light for tired fluid. That's exactly the trap. By the time a transmission announces its problems, the damage is already done. Same story with coolant. Most drivers only think about it when the temperature needle spikes. But old coolant turns acidic over the years, and then it starts chewing through your water pump, your radiator, your head gasket, from the inside, silently. A Japanese owner replaces it on schedule every few years, while it's still a $20 jug of liquid instead of a $2,000 repair bill. Notice the pattern forming here. Every fluid in that car gets replaced while it's still working, never after it fails. The car is never given a chance to break. That's the entire philosophy in one sentence. They don't fix their Toyotas. They make repairs unnecessary. But there's one place this system gets tested more than anywhere else: the way the car is actually driven. Because the Japanese treat one specific driving habit as almost criminal, and most of us do it every single day. Number 4, the driving habit they treat as criminal. Spend a day in traffic in Japan and something will start to bother you. Nobody's brake lights are flashing. Cars glide up to red lights and arrive just as they turn green. They flow into gaps instead of lunging at them. Highway traffic breathes. It doesn't slam and surge. And for a while, you'll assume it's just politeness. It's not. It's the single cheapest form of car maintenance ever invented. Driving like you can see the future. Here's the physics they understand. Every time you accelerate hard toward a red light and then stomp the brakes, you're doing two expensive things at once. First, you burn fuel to build speed you never needed. Then you converted that speed into heat, grinding it away through your brake pads, your rotors, your tires. Hard stop after hard stop, day after day. But the brakes are just the visible victim. Aggressive driving beats on everything. Every violent acceleration snaps force through the transmission. Every pothole taken at speed hammers the suspension. Every launch from a standstill strains engine mounts, axles, bearings. Parts you've never heard of, wearing out years ahead of schedule. The Japanese driver reads the road 3 cars ahead. They see the light about to change, so they lift off early and coast. They see the traffic compressing, so they leave space and roll. Same journey, same arrival time. That's the part nobody believes until they try it. All that lunging and braking saves seconds, not minutes. The difference shows up somewhere else entirely. Their brake pads last twice as long. Their transmission never gets shocked. Their fuel bill quietly shrinks. The whole car ages in slow motion. Because a Toyota driven smoothly for 20 years is younger than one driven angrily for 10. And that leaves the part of this system nobody wants to hear. Because it's not about the car at all. It's about a piece of paper. And it might be the real reason Japanese cars refuse to die. Number 5, the piece of paper that keeps cars alive. Every 2 years, all across Japan, millions of car owners go through a ritual that would terrify most drivers anywhere else. It's called shaken. And it's not an inspection the way you know inspections. This is not a mechanic glancing at your headlights and slapping a sticker on the windshield. Shaken is a full examination. Brakes measured, suspension tested, steering checked, emissions analyzed, the underside of the car inspected for rust and leaks, fluid seeping where it shouldn't, fail, suspension worn past spec, fail. And failing isn't a warning. Your car doesn't drive until it's fixed. Now here's what that does to an entire country's relationship with cars. You can't ignore a problem for 2 years and hope it goes away, because a trained inspector is going to find it. And finding it late costs far more than fixing it early. So the entire strategy flips. Japanese owners fix everything the moment it appears, all the time, because small repairs on your schedule are cheap, and big repairs on the inspector's schedule are brutal. The result is a country where a neglected car simply cannot exist on the road. Every Toyota you see driving in Japan has been forced by law to stay healthy its entire life. And this is the honest part of the story. Those legendary million-kilometer Toyotas weren't just loved into longevity. They were audited into it every 2 years, for decades. But here's your advantage. You don't need a law. Everything's shaken checks. The brakes, the suspension, the leaks, the rust. You can have inspected voluntarily once a year for the cost of a dinner out. Same discipline, no government required. The system, though, still has one final piece. And it's the one thing that can't be bought, scheduled, or inspected because it lives entirely in the owner's head. Number 6, the word that keeps Toyotas alive. There's a Japanese word with no clean translation into English. Mottainai. The closest we get is what a waste. But that misses it. Mottainai is the feeling that letting something die before its time is almost shameful. Not just wasteful, wrong. And once you know that word, everything in this video snaps into focus. The hand washing that's secretly an inspection, the pause before driving, the oil changed early, the fluids replaced before they fail, the gentle driving, the repairs done the week a problem appears. None of those are car tips. They're all the same idea, wearing 7 different disguises. This machine deserves to reach its full life, and I'm the one responsible for getting it there. That's the real difference. Most owners treat a car like a phone, use it hard, ignore it, upgrade when it gets annoying. The Japanese owner treats it like a body. You don't wait for a heart attack to start caring about your heart. And here's the part that should actually change how you drive home today. The car doesn't know what country it's in. Your Toyota was built by the same hands to the same tolerances as the ones outliving their owners in Osaka. The 30-year Corolla isn't a different machine. It's a different owner. Remember that mechanic who can judge a car in 30 seconds? Now you know what he's really reading. Not the engine, the evidence, the clean underside, the fresh fluids, the brake pads worn slow and even. He's not inspecting a car. He's reading the owner's character written in metal. So look at your own Toyota tonight. Really look. Because now you can read it too. And whatever it says, the next chapter is yours to write. If this changed how you see your car, subscribe. Because next we're covering the 5 things Toyota owners do that mechanics say destroy these cars faster than anything else. So tonight, go look at your Toyota. Really look. The underside, the fluids, the way it starts, the way it stops. Because after this video, you can read it the same way that mechanic in Osaka does. And whatever story it tells right now, the next chapter is yours to write. Your Toyota was built to outlive its loan, its warranty, and probably the next 3 cars your neighbors buy. Whether it actually does, that was never up to Toyota. It's up to you. If this changed how you see your car, hit subscribe. This is all about Toyota, where we cover everything the manual won't tell you and the dealership hopes you never learn. And you'll want to be here for the next one, because we're covering the 5 things Toyota owners do every day that mechanics say destroy these cars faster than anything else. Same car, same driveway, longer life. See you in the next one.